what if we've already been here before? And what I mean by that, guys, this is gonna be one of those deep conversations where this is just a if, and, or but situation. This is not a factual thing. This is just my opinion, okay? And this is a speculation, okay? Based on this much facts, all right? So I'm thinking about what if we've already been here before? And what I mean by that is if you look up mud floods basically are buried economies. So that you ever heard of, oh, there's a city underneath the city, like they've said that about New York. England has these every time you see steps going up to a door, or if you see windows at a floor level, they say if you keep digging, that you'll have the rest of the house. And when they say that America was founded, that means we came here and found it. If this was an absolute desolate island and there was nothing here, why would we come from England, Great Britain, Europe? Why would we come from Europe, period, to a desolate place? And then when we got here, why would it be worth fighting for by the people who were already here? Why would it be worth fighting for? Why would we even bother fighting over clear land? There's nothing here. It's just absolute forest and animals, and that's it. Why would we do that? This is my theory, okay? This is my theory over this much investigating and Googling and all that other stuff. My theory is we came here and we talked to these people and we found out that they had something that we wanted, and we came in and we tried to take it from them. Then once we couldn't take it by complete force, we ended up having to spark what's called a truce or a treaty to be able to say, hey, we're gonna do this and we're gonna be able to do that, blah, 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 and be able to take over this land, but we'll make a deal with you. We'll make a deal with you, okay? Because we couldn't just completely conquer them. Like, think about what happened in Japan. When we nuked Okinawa, when that happened, right? when we took that place to its knees, did we make a deal with them? Or they just do what we say now? It's the difference between Japan and China. China, we don't go in and tell them what to do, right? So what I mean by this is, what if we've already been here before? What if we've already created the AI? What if we've already created cars and all this other stuff? Because everybody thinks electric cars are brand new. I thought it for sure. Tesla is not the first all-electric vehicle. Electric vehicles were actually in there way earlier than the 1900s, like 1904, 1905, 1910, somewhere around there, right? Just before the rise of the gas-powered car, they already had electric vehicles as well as electric vehicle charge stations. This is Googleable, guys. Don't look at me like I'm like, you're crazy. Google it. They already have it. Now, we improved on that concept, yes, but they already essentially had that. So my question is, my response is, what if we've already been here before with all the technological advances that have been here? All of them. And what if some of the things that were left behind were on purpose to get you away from what's already existed? Like, let's say we've already built the AI. AI has already been built, man. And we've already built the robot. We've already did all these things. Then we realize that, oh my gosh, we literally are going to, oh my God, I need to get over. Hold on. It's absolutely crazy out here, guys. Okay, cool, we're good. So what if we've already been here before, we've already did the robots, we've already made the AIs, we've already did these things, and we messed up to where we annihilated pretty much everybody out here, including itself. So AI had nothing else to take care of, and then it ended up just going defective and annihilating itself. And then the people that were hidden in these weird bunkers at that time kind of finally came out and they started to rebuild society. And they're like, all right, cool, we messed up this way. Let's try and do it a little bit different. And we're running across the same exact issues where we're doing the same exact things and over and over and over and over again for generations. We've just been doing this same thing over and over and over, just with new makeup on it. So I would say, yeah, the new AI and the new robot doesn't look like the Tesla bot nowadays. It looks similar, maybe. You see what I'm saying? I don't know. This is just me thinking out loud. That's all I'm saying. That's I feel like nothing comes from nothing. So when they built a car, they didn't have, they had an idea of what a car looked like before starting to build a car. Before starting to build a 747, they had a picture or a sculpture or a drawing or something that showed them what this plane would look like. Trucks. Why do we call a fork a fork? Why do we call a spoon a spoon? You see what I'm saying? Like, the way things are named, the way things are explained over time, even back in the day, way back in the day, when they created the Holy Bible, when the Holy Bible came out, right? In Revelations, where they have John the Revelator, not John the Baptist, but John the Revelator, explaining what it would be like in the future. And there's people that have broken down that scripture, and imagine 500 years ago, you trying to explain what a robot was. You see what I'm saying? You may have something similar there, but you would have no idea that the robot of today would exist. You know? So that's what I'm saying. What if it all happened before and they just didn't have, we just have better ways of explaining it now, because over time we've done it so many times in so many different generations. And to me, saying that would make sense because of the fact that there's only X amount of families that run this entire world, and we know these things. I think they said 11 families run the entire world. Why do those 11 families run the entire world? Because I feel like they're from the old world. All these generations of people were from the old world. And I'm like, well, what about everybody else? I feel like that's a different thing. I don't know how to explain that. I don't know how to explain the first one either. But I'm just saying, it makes more sense when you start explaining it like that. When you realize that Hollywood, a lot of these people are related to each other. People you had no idea who were related are actually first, second, third cousins of someone else that's already in the industry. Just like when we look up, like, you can look up Eminem Time Traveler. You can look up, there's quite a few of these people that they look up and it says Time Traveler. And it's time travelers from before. And I don't feel like they're time travelers. I just feel like they are of the families. Because, like, you know how when you have a kid, if you have a dominant gene, your kid will look like you. So when your kid, like my son looks exactly like me. And that means his son will look exactly like him if he has the dominant gene in there. It just keeps going down the strip. So I feel like when I see Eminem Time Traveler and it shows you a picture of Eminem way back in the day in some army outfit or whatever, and then you see Eminem of today and they look so similar, like, dude, that has to be the same person. I feel like that's just a long lineage of relation. I don't feel like that's, what is he, a vampire? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's been living from way back then all the way till now, and he's been this way. I just remember way back in the day where people used to say, the government's not showing us everything that they have. They say that they have technology that's 10 to 15 to even 20 years old, newer than what we're seeing. It's like that we're being spoon-fed over time, And China doesn't spoon feed. They just give them right away. Like, here you go, here you go, here you go. Which I don't feel like that either. I just feel like we have technological advances that we think are not there, and they all of a sudden become back to back to back. Because how do you explain the last 20 years? When you think about it, hold on, make sure that's right. When you think about it, how do you explain the last 20 years? Why did 1980 to 2000 not have any huge jumps in technology, but from 2000 to 2020, it was just night and day? It's like the equivalent of going from black and white TV to full-on computers. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's such a big jump. But from 1980 to 2000, they didn't have that huge of a jump. You had the 8-track, cassette tape, the vinyl, the CD. The CD all the way up to the late 90s, early 2000s were mass producing CDs. Just like from the late 80s to the mid 90s was mass producing vinyls and tapes, cassette tapes. But why did we go from, 2000, from the year 2000, we're pushing record sales, CDs and tapes, CDs and tapes all day, baby, to MP3 player, to cell phone, to laptops, to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying there wasn't a laptop before 2000, but the laptop that made the most sense carrying it around was the early 2000s. I don't care what you say. The desktop's going from here's all this stuff that you need to an all-in-one computer. From LCD, or actually, no, my bad, from 480p big box set TV to 4K ultra high definition OLED, no longer LCD, OLED screen. Projectors in movie establishments only, to projectors that you can literally have in your hand and project during the daytime and still be able to see it. They spent a lot of money for that one, but it's possible. Why was there such a big difference from 2000 to 2020? Huge. I'm not even talking about the last 4. Even better, right? I think it's because we've been here before. We've had all these people that hide all of this stuff, and then they just spoon feed it over time to push whatever they're trying to do. Because they know if they say, all right, cool, we went from listening to cassettes, like, here's a laptop that is powerful than anything you've ever seen in your entire life, and the net, you won't see this ever again. You wouldn't even know what to do with it. Like my friend, one of my friends said, hey, if we went from 480p to 4K TV, that it would just make our minds just scramble out. They have to give it to us over time, which I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's true or not. I've never looked that up. But he's saying that we couldn't have made the jump from 480p box screen TV to a 4K TV all in the same year. Like, we skip over 1080p, 720, 1440. We skip over all that and we just take you straight to 3280 4K. I don't know if that's true or not. I have no idea. Is frequency the same thing? Like, we couldn't have went from 8-track to full-on music streaming in the same year? I don't know. It's been an exciting ride for me, because when I was coming up, people were wearing long baggy t-shirts and cranking that Soldier Boy and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was in that era of things growing up. So you have all these people wearing big t-shirts and and doing dance trends and boy groups and girl groups and, you know, things that we don't really have nowadays. Like, we ain't got a boy group in forever. I honestly don't even know what the last boy group was. For me, it was Backstreet Boys. That was the last one I heard of. Girl group, Destiny Child, is the last one I heard of. So, I don't know. I feel like we've been here before, though, guys. I feel like we have. And it might be a wild thing to say, and I might be completely wrong, I'm sure. But at the same time, it feels like it. For everybody that wants to say I'm wrong in the comments, if you say I'm wrong at all, or you don't feel like it's a coincidence or anything like that, or you feel like something, or whatever you feel, just please tell me how we explain the last 20 years. Just tell me why 2000 to 2020 was such a big advance in technology, but from 1980 to 2000 wasn't that big of a jump. Why? I appreciate you guys. You guys have any questions at all, just leave them down below. I read all the comments. I only respond via video if I'm going to respond, and I'll respond to whoever, whenever, however, baby. Let's go. I like conversation. This is my channel. This is our community. This is us together. I want everyone to be able to talk to each other, respond to each other, and be able to have fun conversations in the comment section. I'm sure as this videos start to get more popular, we're going to get more toxicity, but it is what it is, you know? It's the internet, and it's not all going to be positive. So if you see a negative comment and you want to indulge in that, cool. Otherwise, I just inform you guys to just ignore all and every negative situation, because that's what they want. It's just a little bit of attention, baby. I appreciate you guys. You guys are amazing, and I'll see you in the next one. If you got any value from this at all, even a small smidgen, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that like button. Peace. I'm out.